And I dared Matt, put your head in there, see if one bites it.
If you ever come have a beer on my boat and it smells a little funky.
It's ugly, it's stupid. I'm getting in here, Matt, you're grossing me out. What's up guys, welcome back to Sailing GBU. This week, we finally made it to Puerto Rico. We went to Walmart, we started provisioning a little bit, and we decided, damn, we got no space on this boat. So this week we're gonna try to look around the boat, try to make better room of our shelves, our space that we don't use, try to build things to hold beer, because that's all you really need to do in life, and figure out if I maybe need to get rid of some clothes and make food storage for that too, and a little other projects. So come along, it's a boat life, let's get crazy.
Okay guys, so now that we're back in the States, we're like part of the States, we're stacking up on beer. We're turning this thing into a cargo freighter because beer gets expensive when you go down the islands to the Virgin Islands and whatnot. So we're stacking up. They got a great beer deal here. You get a 12 pack of like 10-ounce beers at the Walmart for $8.50 is what these were. So Kristen said as long as I don't take up her room, I can keep buying case after case as long as I can fit them in the bilge. So today I'm converting my bilge into a beer locker. Alright, first things first, gotta get in my bilge. Now all you salty sea dogs out there, don't talk about how dirty it is and how there's too much water and yada yada yada.
Yeah, and if you're that one guy that thumbs us down because we don't keep up with our maintenance, kiss my booty cheeks.
Yeah, don't thumbs us down though, for real, for real. But no.
Just exit out if you see how dirty our bilge is and it makes you mad.
Our shower drains into our bilge, so there's always water in here. You can't keep the water out. I don't know, maybe one day I'll do a separate tank for that, but that's down the road stuff. So, any hoodles, I think for my beer storage opportunities, I'm just going to be able to put some boards in here. And then I'm also going to put some boards in here. And then I'll be able to stack realistically 1, 2, 3. I don't know. At least I want to get at least 12 cases of beer in this area. So
12 cases of 12 packs, so 144 beers.
At least 144 beers. I want nothing but beer down here. Since all they had at the hardware store in this little town was like furring strips, 1x3s, I'm just going to cut those out, measure this to see what'll fit in, so that I'll be able to get it in and out in case I ever do need to get down in this bilge for something. It's semi-permanent. Alright, so I'm going to measure all my wood cuts so I can cut them all at one time. Check that off the list. I got my bilge rack in there, so now I'm going to be able to have bilgy beers. And
bilgy beers.
Bilgy beers. So after all said and done, we're going to be able to fit about 12 cases of beer, and then probably some extra stuff down here too. Dried or boxed milk, stuff like that we don't really get to that much. That we'll be go ahead and storing down here. So made ourselves a nice little area.
Beer locker.
Beer locker.
Bilgy beer locker.
If you ever come have a beer on my boat and it smells a little funky, you know you got a bilge beer. But for the bougier people out there, I'll keep a couple in the cooler so you don't have to drink the bilge beers. These are probably mostly for me.
Okay guys, so we listened to a lot of the comments we had in our one video. Obviously I hate the tarp. We all know I hate the tarp. It's ugly, it's stupid. We finally got to Puerto Rico and look what we purchased. Some nice Scotchguard. It's the heavy duty water shield. We were still not sure if this was actually going to be what was going to save our lives, so we sprayed some on one side to test it, and look what we got so far. It just rained and we have puddles of water, so it is working as we speak.
Alright, so to test it out, I Scotchguarded one side and then I didn't Scotchguard the other side, so I got a little example set up to show you what the difference is. One side's going to bead water, one side water's all going to sink in.
Next project we have is we need to rip off our fabric from our cushions because they got really gross. we did pretty much the cheapest, easiest way to refabric our cushions when we bought the boat. It came with an ugly brown plaid, I don't even know what it was. It was so bad. We bought some fabric and all we did was put like a hard wood piece on the back and then staple it on. We didn't have a sewing machine at the time, else we would have probably sewed like legit cushions, but for now this is what we have. And they got really gross. From the sunscreen, sweating, all the stuff you don't think of before you go sailing happened to our cushions. The boat leaked on them. The cat probably barfed on them. Things went bad. So we're going to rip them off. We're going to throw them in the washing machine and then we're going to staple them back on. Later in the future, we plan on getting brand new fabric and sewing up our own and making everything perfect. But for now, we have bigger priorities, and that was our beer locker. Alright, so we're just going to take a knife and we're going to start popping up the staples. They're already a bit rusty as it is, so it shouldn't be hard.
Now that we need our tetanus shot, we've officially finished the breakdown process. Now we have to go to the marina laundromat and get these cushions cleaned up.
Alright guys, so we got to the marina, we just put our fabric in the washing machine, and now we're looking at the giant tarpons that people have at the fishing stations. And I dared Matt, put your head in there, see if one bites him. So let's see if it happens.
I'll put it in there.
What do you do with your pants?
Lifting them up. Come for me.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Ew, Matt, you're so gross.
I got something to feed these babies. Watch.
I don't know why they weren't eating that. Matt, can you tell people that you're like a crazy outdoorsman?
I'm a crazy outdoorsman. No, I thought this one might be a tuna. I couldn't see it that good underwater.
So you thought you'd touch it?
I wouldn't do that good of a job cleaning it, so I was gonna give you some sashimi, but it's just an old jack. Okay, let's get these boys hyped up. See if they'd eat.
Oh god. Oh my god, you just wipe your face with all the strings. Oh lordy.
See, they got hyped on it. They want to eat it.
I don't know, they're not excited. So basically you just put your hands in there for no reason. How do you feel about that?
I'm a little surprised, to be honest.
There's Mr. Seagull back there. He looks hungry.
Okay, let's give the consolation prize, Mr. Seagull.
One almost just bit your toes, it looked like.
He almost took it.
Alright, I'm getting out of here, Matt. You're grossing me out. Guys, you just missed it. I turned off the camera and we just all got sprayed. My entire legs got sprayed. He got sprayed. I don't even know what happened. His whole back is sprayed. And I turned the camera off 5 seconds right before it.
She literally said, "You're grossing me out. I'm getting out of here."
There's a big boy. He's big.
Yeah, let's see if we can feed him. Oh, see, he ate it.
Alright, so it's the next day. It's time to staple our fabric back onto our cushions. They came out pretty good, not 100%, but what are you doing back there?
Bang, bang.
But they're better than they would be. We feel better about them, and one day in the future we'll redo them. One day in the future we'll redo them. Why can't I say that? One day in the future we'll redo. Can you say it for me?
One day in the future, we will redo them.
All right, let's speed this up so you guys don't have to watch us do this and staple our fingers. I know. I just kind of guessed. Yeah, whatever you can do. We found out that wasn't that major of a deal.
The more you pull on the side up, the harder that side that man is going to go.
She's laughing at me right now, so just to let you know what kind of relationship I'm in. Old Pistol Pete got a little rusty, wasn't working right, so I had to go grease him up. And then too much grease was getting on the couch, so I was wiping it off. And then I thought I cut my hand to see if like I could shoot some of that grease out, and yeah.
He shot right through his hand while it was touching his hand, and I said, why'd you do that?
I got the stigmata, and she's been laughing, boy, she's so happy.
Let me show you. Let me show a reenactment of what happened.
I went like this. I said, oh, let me get this grease off. Big, fluffy paper towel, and I was like, oh, okay. But I
then he shot it.
But I shot it, but I had my hand a little further down. I was looking at something, and thought I was going to shoot it in this paper towel, but I didn't. I shot it directly into my hand. Right there and right there. This shit hurted. So the rest of my cushions have like a soft, pliable masonite, samsonite, something like that. Mason, Samson, let me know in the comments below if you know. But it's flexible, so when you're moving the cushions in and out of here, it's a lot easier to move them when you're looking for stuff. This one though, we used the hard back because it folds out into like a full-size bed right here. And then also we take it outside, like if we're feeling seasick, we sleep out there, now that we've waterproofed our cockpit. So this one goes outside, it has to be a little bit stiffer.
And now, almost a brand new couch.
Alright, so even though the cushions didn't come out perfect, I think they came out a lot better. So, we never got around to it last time. This time we're not going to make the same mistake. We're going to silicone water guard, Scotchguard these things. And I think that's going to protect them and make them come out a lot better.
From boat water leaks.
From boat water leaks. Alright guys, so it's been a productive day or two. We got a lot of boat projects done, but there's one that I've been pushing off. And some of the old school fans may be familiar with this character that I have to deal with, but you know, all you new guys, this will be the first time you're meeting them. So obviously we go by we don't use refrigeration on our boat. We use the cooler, and Cooley's teeth, he got a cavity. His little slappers that hold the cooler shut have been degrading pretty quickly. So
yeah, which happens, I hear, quite often.
Yeah, we'll link the products in below, but it's they wear out, but we got some new ones that are supposed to be hardcore. So I'm about to give Cooley some fillings. I'm gonna fix him up, and he's gonna be better off, but he's not happy about it.
Hopefully it'll make our food stay colder now. It hasn't been holding in the coolness very well.
No, it's been letting the ice melt, and it ain't good, so we gotta do the tough job. Tough love time for Cooley. Yeah, my teeth hurt, and I can't keep the food cold, but they just been ignoring me and tugging on my toofuses, and it hurts.
Alright guys, so the part that always deteriorates is right here. From using this obviously every day, these break. This is our second set. So I went on Amazon and I'm using a different brand. They say they work with Yeti, and I'll link them down below. I just got them off Amazon, and supposedly they're way more rugged, and we're gonna see. They were cheaper too, so that would be best of both worlds.
Alright, Cooley, well, I gotta rip your teeth out and fix them. You'll be alright though, buddy. Well, here goes nothing.
Bear jumped. Bear just got really scared. So how do you do it?
I just use a pair of vice grips. Or vice grips? Is that what these are? Yeah. Vice grips, I think. Well,
we can't remember any words
these are vice
today.
grips. You just got these little nipplers in there. This rod goes all the way through and holds it. So I just get this bad boy. Get it on there nice and tight. All nice and deep like. And then Bear is not liking Cooley today. Basically, you get it, just walk it back to there, and then you can see the little pin hole nonsense that's going on. You take your old stank tooth, sorry Cooley, get your new stank tooth out.
The new one better not be stank.
And then remember to load them on this way, the right way. They have like a little tilt to them, so if you put it that way, it's going to be all funky. So make sure you put them on the right way. Real easy breezy. You can use the same tool because this looks like pliers or something, but it's really a hammer too. And yeah, you just line up your hole. Whoop. Hey! wasn't the most fun, but I sure as hell feel a lot better. And Matt was a really good dentist. Is there anything that man can't do?
Oh my God, Matt, get out of here.
Thanks, Cooley. That was really nice of you. Shut the hell up. I was just joking.
Here's the comparison of the two. Obviously, this is the Yeti, the name's on it. They look about the same. The bottom handle on the off-brand one looks a little thicker, I would say. Definitely seems a little more firmer, but it could be because it's brand new. And the ball thing looks about the same size.
So it's thicker with bigger balls.
No, I did not say that.
Okay.
The bottom's thicker and the ball's about the same. So we'll see. Hopefully it works. But it was cheaper and the handle seems more firmer. I almost said thicker again. Alright, let's get this going. Alright guys, thanks for watching some more of our hundreds of boat projects that just never end. Hopefully you learned something. I'll link down below the cooler poles. I don't even know what you call them. I'm just going to call them cooler pools. Cooler poles. And I'll also link down below the Scotchguard we use. There's a lot of different types of Scotchguard, so I'll make sure to link the one that we use that